Since I've been to Tokyo Disneyland a few times, I've been asked, where's the best place to stay to get to the park? Many of you are probably staying somewhere in Tokyo and thought about commuting to Disneyland. I've done that. Some of you are probably looking to maximize your time by staying someplace closer, say walking distance. I've also done that. Now the question is, how competitive is it to book a Disney hotel so you can sleep in and won't have to travel an hour on the train during rush hour from the middle of Tokyo to get to the park? I'll let you in on all the tips in this video. Let's break it down. How many Disney hotels are there? If you go on their website, you'll see 6 of the main ones. The newly built Fantasy Springs Hotel, Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, Disney Ambassador Hotel, Disney Seas Hotel Maricosta, and Toy Story Hotel. Sorry, there's one more. There's also the Tokyo Disney Celebration Hotel. You can bet these not only sell out quick, but the prices range between $300 to $500 a night depending on which one you're staying at. All you're looking for is a place to sleep after a long day of walking, right? Most of the time, the price tag comes with the Disney decors, which Tokyo Disney does an amazing job with. However, if you could not care less about the theming, there are a handful of cheaper hotels that are in the vicinity of the park that does not require you to wake up an hour or two early for the commute. During my first visit, I stayed around Koto City, which is between the heart of Tokyo and Disneyland, and left our hotel around 8 a.m. With the rush hour and commute, we arrived at the Maihama station at 9:13 a.m. If you're looking to enter the park early to secure Fantasy Springs ticket or make the most of your day, look no further than Tokyo Disney Resort Partner Hotels and Good Neighbor Hotels. These are all listed under the Other Hotels tab on their official website. All these hotels offer a shuttle from the hotel to the park, so you don't need to worry about cramming yourself on the city train. So, which hotel did I stay? I wanted to maximize my day at Disney, and I was aiming to get into the park early to secure Fantasy Springs ticket. Fortunately, my hotel was so close I didn't need a shuttle. I just had to walk across the street to Bayside Station for the Disney monorail. My hotel was right next to the Toy Story Hotel and across Fantasy Springs Hotel, so that gives you an idea of how close I am and how I'm basically staying on Disney property. The hotel? Hilton Tokyo Bay. The cost? For me, it came out to $246 a night, including taxes. Keep in mind, hotel prices, no matter where you stay, will fluctuate depending on the season. It also changes day by day. To give you an idea, my room was booked for November 27th to November 29th, so it's around the holidays. The hotel was actually fully booked when I checked on availability a few weeks later. Before I give you a tour, let me break down how early I was able to get to the park. Staying close by allowed me to get to the line as early as I could. Again, I wanted to make my trip worth it by getting into Fantasy Springs, and the only way is to get a standby pass, which is free, or the Premier Access Pass for an additional cost. If I could get it for free, why not? Both passes are limited, and I'm sure if you refresh throughout the day, something will pop up, but I didn't want to take my chance. Plus, with the jet lag, 6 a.m. Japan time is 1 p.m. back home, so it wasn't super early or anything. It was just cold. I was aiming to get in line by 6 a.m., but I slept in a little later and left my room around 6:26 a.m., which isn't too bad. I stopped by Lawson's downstairs for some snacks, which I recommend. There are onigiris, sandwiches, and other snacks. The park doesn't open until 9, so if you're expecting to wait in line, grab a picnic blanket and some snacks. You won't be the only one. By the way, if you're not that big on Disney and Fantasy Springs isn't a priority, you don't have to get there that early. It'll just be a gamble getting a standby pass. One way to guarantee access is staying at the Fantasy Springs Hotel, which has direct entrance to Fantasy Springs. If you're arriving at Haneda Airport, there is a limousine bus that takes you from the airport to any of the Disney hotels, which I love so much. So I strategically planned my trip where I would land at the airport, take the limousine bus to Hilton Tokyo Bay, which saves me time by getting to the park early, and at the end of departure the next day, I would take a taxi to my hotel in Tokyo. It really killed a lot of time having to commute from the middle of Tokyo to Disneyland during the morning rush hour. Plus, having to stay awake on the train for 40 minutes? I don't know if I could do that. So the Hilton Tokyo Bay rooms are pretty decent in terms of size. Japan is a very densely populated country, and to make use of as much space as they can, or whatever's left of the space they have, a lot of buildings and rooms are a bit smaller than what we in the West are used to. Because this is a Hilton, the rooms are a bit more spacious than your average Japanese hotel room. Because I was on a solo trip, I wasn't too picky about what my room would look like. There's an option for a park view or an ocean view, so I went with the cheapest option, which is the park view. If you're traveling with families and kids, there's an option for the Happy Magic Rooms. Park and ocean view options are also available. So these rooms are a bit more decorated and have up to 3 beds. According to their website, these rooms are a fairy tale theme with child-friendly interactive features. They have been designed on a theme of the hotel's original children's story, enabling guests to experience the enjoyment of a thrilling and exciting world. So yeah, the Happy Magic Rooms are cute, but of course it comes with the extra cost. There are restaurants, cafes, convenience stores, and a buffet downstairs. Be sure to make reservations online ahead of time. If there's anything I learned in Japan, it's to make reservations whenever you can. A lot of the times, restaurants and attractions are completely full, so walk-ups are rarely available. I unfortunately didn't get to use any of the amenities in the hotel like the spa, but what I mostly wanted to mainly highlight in this video was the distance between the hotel and the park, and that you don't need to break the bank staying at a Disney-themed hotel, or that you don't need to wake up at 5 in the morning to make an hour commute from the middle of Tokyo during rush hour. And of course, right across the street is the newly built Fantasy Springs Hotel. It was still under construction when we were here. Of course, all the cool hotels are right next to ours. Like, there's Fantasy Springs, and then over there is Toy Story, and then we have like a plain Hilton hotel there, which I don't mind because it's a lot cheaper. So with that, let's get to the room tour. Ooh. So the layout is pretty much like the last hotel, because we also stayed at this hotel. It's just this time it's a regular room instead of a family room. Nice. And I think this is a park view. I like how traditional it looks. Wow! There's the Toy Story Hotel. And then I don't know what ride that is. Oh, and there's the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, just flexing with all their lights. So I'm just feeling around trying to look for the bathroom light switch. And tell me why it is placed outside the door instead of inside.